company is ILEG Technology Screens. So you knew it was coming, right? They always cry. They cry over everything we make. Everything we make, everything we design, develop, whatever, they cry over it. So, but it's your job at the end of the day. So, that's what it is. I guess that's what it is. And I don't know. When I was coming up, it was different. You know, you want something, you worked for it hard, you worked hard for it, you went out and got it. That's what you did, you know? People cry more. Right. Get something to eat real quick. But anyway, so yeah. We knew it was coming. And commenced the crying already. So, mad at Mr. Bird, because Mr. Bird started developing some new technology. What that's going to be? For the administrator? What you call that? That's just that a little better. Got a lot of testing to do on the screen today, too. Now, I don't have time to go in the back and forth thing because I don't have time for crying and all that stuff. You know, I got work to do. What the heck is this? This looks pretty cool. It's like some kind of screensaver or something. I don't know what these are. But anyway, I don't have time for the crying. I have work to do. But we know they're going to come in and cry about it because they always cry about it. They cry about it all the time. Anything we develop, anything we make, we get nothing but crying about it. That's pretty much it. Delusional. Well, difference between me is I had 12,000 video demonstrations test done. I've sold more products. I have just about a screen in every part of the world. And pretty soon, for the technology I just displayed, I'm going to have quite a bit of backing for my technology to get it anywhere I want to go. Expos, trade shows, you name it, our technology is going to be there. Meanwhile, the people that think I'm delusional, where are you at? Where's your product at right now? Are you selling anything? No, you're not at all, period. Your products are dead. They're not working, they're not functioning, there's no testing underneath your stuff. It's not working. Now, could they have had products out of there? Yeah, they could have. They could have made products, but they didn't want to do that. They wanted to be lazy about it. And they were more bent on not satisfying the customer. They were more bent on trying to show up Mr. Bird at the end of the day as being this, that, and the other, and we ended up basically failing in the process. But, like I said, I told you, we've got plans for you this summer. I've already went down and filed a police report against Mr. Williams. There you go. That's yours. So this is going to be sent to your building tomorrow, showing that we just filed an initial police report against you for basically cyber stalking our company and basically impersonating a minister. It's in the police report. I'll pick up the documents on Friday, the actual report, and I'm going to get these things dusted so we can lift your fingerprints up and have it ready for court because they're in mint condition. You owe me $250,000, by the way, because that's what I'm suing you for. You know, for stalking me. And a couple of other things, too. Also, too, the fact that the Post Office Service is now involved in this. There are going to be some charges with them, including Post Office mail fraud. And Mr. Fernando, when I told you that I have a process servers with an S coming to your front door, what happened the first time I made that statement? Process server showed up at your door, didn't he? Guess what? New ones are coming. Now, the first one is just going to post it to your door, just to get the party started. The second one is different. The second one has permission to serve anyone in that house. Anyone who walks out of that building is getting documents, which means he'll come to your job, he'll come to her job, he'll go anywhere to make sure that he serves it to anybody. It doesn't make a difference. So, you won't be leaving the house anytime soon. Now, when we get to court, mind you, you're going to meet with a judge. It's going to be a cyber judge, so you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to travel here, nothing. It'll be all done online. If you choose not to log in, I'm taking your stuff either way. So, I've already found out what my fees are going to cost me to have a sheriff's department and collectors to come down and get what you owe to me, which is roughly around $60,000. Now, between that, you flashed in my face multiple times, right? So roughly we're talking about small claims court at $12,000 a pop, equaling up to around $80,000. So yeah, you're going to see a bunch of those popping up here and there. More process servers will be coming to your front door, let you know you're being sued for defamation, for, you know, flashing my face without my permission. So you're going to deal with that. And then there's the other thing, which we already know is the big one. Once we meet the judge for the infringements, we're going to be showing them the cease and desist order we sent to you, telling you to back it down, which you didn't do. We're going to send it that we had a previous process server from their division come down to your place, showing we had previous problems from you. And on top of that, we have a nice long talk about that LLC. Now, because of the substantial problems we've had with you in that building, I will be filing a lawsuit against your landlord. I don't believe your landlord, at the end of the day, has to know half the stuff you did in that building. I think he ignored it. So, I'm going to sue him. And for quite a lot, too. So, he'll pop up. He'll definitely pop up. As for you, Mr. Williams, that docket number I just showed you, well, not docket number, the police report, I'm going to be contacting Baltimore police. I'm going to send them over that document to them to explain to them the problem we've been having with you. Which, you're going to see that we filed charges against you in Pennsylvania. They're going to go to your building. And when they go to your building, they're going to meet up with your leasing office and the managers over there. And they're going to tell you we've had problems. There's a guy, same guy, has been contacting us about your activities toward us. They're going to confirm it. That means that they have 100% confirmed from the building itself that we've been complaining about you. So with that being said, you could be arrested that day. Which chances are you'll be expedited down here to us, where we're at. So I'll be seeing you soon. Meanwhile, that docket is going to go back to your caseworker. All that mess you caused and all that trouble you caused is going back to them. So that's your mess that you made at the end of the day. Pretty good. So I told you at the end of the day, I don't do business like you guys do business. I was breaking the law because I know the consequences of trouble you can get into. Why would I do something that stupid at the end of the day? I'm not dumb. You guys do dumb stuff because you think at the end of the day, you thought, you believed in deep down in your heart that you were not going to get caught. That no one was going to figure out where you lived at. But you believed him. That's why you did the stuff that you did. I do believe that Williams is slow. I do believe that. I'll tell you why. You put his address down there. His address is literally on all the envelopes. All of them. Wasn't hard to find them. It's easy to track him down. I don't know what the frig he was thinking at the end of the day. Maybe he was thinking because he was in an apartment complex that no one would find him in that apartment complex. That's not hard to do. Just contact the leasing department, that's all. Get all the building management, talk to them. That's all. Show them proof that you committed these crimes. That's all it takes. And since we were in contact with them multiple times about the problem we were having with you, we sent everything needed. If they don't evict you, we don't get any confirmation back, we can sue them. And your building is run by the city. Because it's housing authority, which means we'll file passage of lawsuit against your city. Something's going to happen. It's going to be pretty bad, I told you. Now we got going to have the Baltimore police involved in this. We have to file charges down here first. We have all your letters. We got your fingerprints on each of the cars, and you're done. Just open and shut. We got you. I sent letters down into your building too. Everyone's address that you use has those letters now. It's your handwriting on them. There's no way to get around it. So, I'm going to my next stage where my technology is going to do what it's designed to do. And you guys are going to crash and burn in the process. Complaining on my YouTube channel won't help you. You got bigger problems right now. You need to lawyer up quick. I mean, really quick. And if I find out who your lawyers are, I'll make sure I reach out to them. Have a nice little conversation with them. I guarantee I can get them to drop your case. When they see the substantial evidence we have against you, videos, pictures, text messages, emails, the whole 9 yards, everything, I guarantee they'll drop your case. Or you just get embarrassed in court. That's why we haven't had a lawyer contact us yet. How many times have I asked you to have attorneys contact me? What have we got? Jamie's got me 2 fake lawyers. 2 fake lawyers. Now, if you have a fake lawyer at the end of the day, I guess they were asking us the other day, we don't have to send you jack. I'm the one that's suing you. You're the one that needs to get a lawyer to contact us. That's what you need to do. And Fernando, you know I mean business. I had someone at your front door knocking on your door. So you know we mean business. You owe me a lot of money. A lot of money. I mean a lot of money. The lawsuits are heavy. So first lawsuits are going to be $60,000. Now, this is what I like about the whole CCB thing. The CCB doesn't carry jail time, but it does carry a judgment. We get a judgment on you for $60,000. You don't have all my money. What I'm going to do is I'm going to garnish your paycheck. They hit your paycheck. And if you don't have, you're undocumented, you're going to dig into your stuff now. Because you're going to owe me money. And that debt collector is going to dig into anything. He's going to dig up all kinds of stuff on you to see where your money's coming from. So they'll go back to your job and see exactly where your source of your money's coming from. If you're getting paid under the table, that building's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. You know, debt collectors, basically, they work with the sheriff's department. So again, we're garnishing your paycheck. I knew a couple of things were wrong there because when he sat there and said that I just got a raise, most people never say I just got a raise. Most people say I'm getting another raise on top of the many raises I've received. You worked at that place for a very long time. So no one would ever say, I'm just getting a raise. But you just getting a raise after being at the place for like over 7 years? People don't say that. People say I'm getting another raise on top of the many raises I got behind that because they like to talk about how many raises they got at that job as is human behavior. So that's good. You got a raise. And that means you can basically pay the rest of our money because, again, like I said, once we hit federal court, this is when we start hitting $1 million lawsuits. I got to look into that too. Get that done. Yeah. Well, I told you you were going to meet me, right? I told you you were going to meet me. Did I not say that? And I said I was going to see you in the courtroom. Now, Mr. Rogers, don't worry. We haven't forgot about you. So, let's get this ball started. I want you guys in front of a judge as fast as possible. You're going to have a problem, Mr. Fernando, when we hit federal court and some of the other lawsuits we have in between that. Because again, you're going to show state ID if we can enter any kind of courthouse. We're going to ask for your credentials so you know that from the door. And since we have violations and we have a control number on you right now showing we had to file with immigration because we were having problems from you for breaking the law on U.S. soil, you could be detained at any location. Now, to make this quite clear, oh, by the way, you guys you call me racist, right? That's what you did, right? I filed criminal charges on you that, and I'm suing you for that. That's $10,000 for basically making that statement on YouTube. Told you, anything you say is gonna cost you money. So, it's a racist to Mr. Fernando because Mr. Fernando got caught breaking the law. And Mr. Fernando feels that anybody who prosecutes him on breaking the law is racist. Mr. Fernando, you're being charged for the simple fact race has nothing to do with it. It's a simple fact that you don't have documents at all. And while you were here, you broke multiple serious laws while you were here. So don't scream racism at the end of the day. And if you did have documents and you had paperwork to be here, you're still going to jail. That doesn't change anything. That changes nothing at all. Ooh. Whether you're documented or not, it changes nothing. You're still going to jail. That changes nothing. And by the way, you're not getting deported. You're staying here. I told Jeff on the door. He's not going anywhere. Oh, what's this? Yeah. I know you guys are bitter about our new technology. Woo! That is freaking hot. I hope they got a bunch of boring scenery on that. As I told you before, everything you tried has failed. Our ship is about to sail. We spent our time prepping, getting our new technology ready. And we're moving on. And I got a Facebook. I was going to upload for Facebook. I was going to upload over there. Let's get that one done. This is fantastic stuff I have. Man, this was amazing. I gotta go back to that restaurant. This was banging. I'm gonna get a stromboli. And you feel I'm delusional, get a lawyer and contact me. That's what you do. Let's go to court over this. Some of you don't even want to show up in the courtroom with me already. Other things may pop up in that courtroom. Things that you already done it. We got evidence on you. That's why you can't have a lawyer contact me. That's why you can't do anything at all. Because you committed so many crimes, it's unbelievable. Get a lawyer and contact me. Go ahead. You know what I'm talking about? And a real one too. A real attorney. Not some fake lawyer at the end of the day. Want to challenge my technology in court? Bring it. I ain't got no problem with that. But I just see a lot of barking. I don't see anybody doing anything. Everything you've done has failed. We have documentation on everything you have tried. You go to court, I'm going to crush you in a courtroom. I'm going to go well for you. Now, I told you 2025 is about two things for us. Number one, getting our technology out there. We already almost completed that one. Number two, rounding up every single individual who had anything to do, and if we know you or not, and we find you about trying to attack my company, I'll see you in court. And I guarantee you, when I walk out of a courtroom, two things happen. You're going to lose that money. We're definitely taking that from the door. You're going to lose your freedom. That's fraud against my business. That's an automatic 30 years in jail. But lucky if you get 2 years, maybe you get 3 years out of it. Maybe you get a plea bargain deal, who knows? But if you committed fraud against my company, you're going to jail. So just like these dummies at the end of the day thought that no one was going to find them, we found them. I can't wait till we pop up on Jamie's front door. I can't wait for that again. I cannot wait. I'm going to make sure they have me on video chat this time when they do it. Last time they called me, I was good with that. This time I'm going to be on video chat. I want the whole thing recorded. What if we can't get the whole thing recorded? I'm getting the whole thing recorded. Yeah, I'm going to all record it. I'm going to all record it. 60,000, you know, 60 grand with interest. If you don't pay it up on time, you're going to owe me with interest. I hope you got like $60,000 laying around, because mind you, got that defamation coming up too. Remember, you flashed my face all over the internet, right? Remember? That's going to cost you $175,000. I hope you got that. Gee whiz Louise. All right. Yep, jealous of my work already. Look at him already crying already over there. Crying and whining. I got people watching them at the end of the day. Collecting information at the end of the day to get them ready for court. Anything else dumb you're doing, at the end of the day, I'll sue you for just about everything. So we got you doing anything. Saying anything out of your mouth about me that's not true. Slandering me in any way whatsoever. You're just going to pile lawsuits on yourself when we get done with you. You're going to bury you in court. But we see you over there already crying and whining about the technology. Already crying. If you're upset, that much upset about my product, get your lawyer, bring me to court. That's all you got to do. How many times do I have to say that to you? Get a lawyer, bring me to court. I've been saying this since last month. Matter of fact, I've been saying this since last year. I've been saying this. So, nobody wants to say anything. Nobody wants to step. No one wants to sign that contract and walk in the whole courtroom. But yeah, all y'all want to do is just complain and cry about it. All right, whatever. Better yet, give us a little entertainment. Make a product so I can destroy it real quick. I can design something right now. Just to wipe out your product. Like, heck, 15% behind can take your stuff out. Make something. Go ahead. Challenge me. Make a product. We did that one too already. Oh, we did that one already. Good gracious. We already gave him 4 months to make a product. It was like last year we gave him to the end of the year to make a product come against us. Anybody make anything? Nothing at all. Not a thing. So let me get this straight. You go on your YouTube channel. This is your life now. You go on your YouTube channel and you cry. That's what you do. You won't go to court. If you said I'm such a phony, let's go into a courtroom. You don't want to do that. You don't want to sign any documents. You don't want to do that because you know we'll clean your clock in court. If you didn't make statements that are not true, get a lawyer because we are coming for you. So what do you want us to do at the end of the day? Because I don't get time to listen to you cry all day. You're going to be a man and back it up or just basically just continue to cry on YouTube. And meanwhile, all the crying you're doing, you're bringing me money because you advertise and you technically work for me. Because when you cry and say, oh, he's this, that, and the other, people come check me out. My stuff is way better than yours. So with that being said, you work for me. And then once those lawsuits hit directly where we need them to hit, I'll be garnishing your paycheck. Get an income tax check, I'll take that too. I'm entitled to all of it. So what are you going to do? Absolutely nothing. That's what you're going to do. If you don't like what I do at the end of the day, then you make a product and you come at me. That's what you do. It's like crying about it. I don't understand people like this. Make something. That Series C nonsense. That stuff is garbage. Good gracious. At least be a man. Make something. Make something. Besides, we're bored. I want something to take out real quick. Come on, I got that 15% behind me. It's about to hit 50%. We need something to destroy with it. It's like having a giant cannon and no targets. There's nothing for us, literally. We don't have nothing to go against that screen. I hope by now the certifies would have a black screen. I can't get my hands on the diamond screen right now, so whatever. I don't care. I got TVs, whatever. Either way, it doesn't really make a difference because on my end, my technology is already designed to go where it needs to go. It's going to do what it's exactly designed to do. But if you feel that passionate about how you think that my product is this, that, and the other, make something. That Series C, we trash that stuff so bad. But you know the cancel order for the state of Pennsylvania was for the Series C. That's what we placed the order for. And he canceled 12 million people and counting out of the state of Pennsylvania. So good luck on that one. That's gone. $700 worth of canceled orders on the first one, even a $20 sample. The other one, I couldn't begin to count how many times he's canceled out against us. And yet, No one's making nothing. Well, keep crying. I got more technology with engineering. We're not even done yet. Where am I gonna go? Yeah, please make some. Anybody make anything? I really don't feel like wiping out entire product lines. That's a waste of your time. Other things to do. So, with the customers, yeah, these are crybabies. All they do is cry. Every single day, these guys cry about our technology. They cry. I make nothing basically at the end of the day. Either faced with cancellations, or we're faced at the end of the day with people that basically can impact their products up. Now, I'm going to be on a forum site pretty soon. Ooh, man. That was beautiful. I got to be on a forum site pretty soon to show off our new stuff. That's where I got to be at. And we got the new upgrades coming in for the technology very soon. I'm getting ready for the next stage for that. These are upgraded. These are only 5% completed. And we're used to this. We're used to people crying and whining about our products. I've been going through this since day one. A lot of people crying about our products. You know. We're used to people talking. The thing with them at the end of the day, they really thought at the end of the day we're going to have this little tiny group. And I guess they were counting on Parte to make some kind of black paint. Yeah. To basically go against our technology. And it was supposed to put us out of business. And they figured if we mark our products at $60, we can make our paint the most affordable that people will buy from us. You don't know the business at all, period. I've seen your type come and go. Nothing new. You're short-lived. By the way, Dan used what we call something making our FOE technology. You can't even explain your own gain at the end of the day. And you're supposed to be having the sun killer technology, that's what you call it at the end of the day, and we haven't seen anything of it. Just a lot of talk, that's all. Don't back anything up. Short-lived. But I'll tell you one thing, you'll have to live with it for the rest of your life. And it'll never go away. And what will never go away for Danny, that will be in his mind forever and ever, we cancel. See, it's like talking a whole lot of trash and never showing up for the fight. That's what it is. That embarrassment will stay with you forever. Like taking a part of your pride from you. It'll always be in the back of his head that he had to give us back that money. Even down to $20. It'll always be in the back of his mind that he was so terrified that he actually removed Pennsylvania out of the shopping carts so we couldn't buy. Its credibility is completely gone. It's not worth anything. The other one, still talking. Products matching house paint. Products don't work half the time. All the testing we did, it didn't do anything whatsoever, and we paid for it, showed receipts of it, and over $1,900 of cancellations. Got caught multiple times on YouTube lying. Lied about moving. You got the emails at the end of the day. Oh, good luck on sending that black paint, gray paint over to me. I'll never have to test it. The whole company was based off a lie. And they made a statement on, I think it was doing some video called Moving on to Bigger and Better Things. Well, flashing my face twice on your YouTube channel and getting sued for a ton of money, it's not moving on to bigger and better things. and making statements the reason why you were just doing your business just for your kids. So, let me get it straight. You were doing this for your kids, that's what you're saying. So you committed multiple counts of fraud, trademark violations, copyright infringements, defamation, post office mail fraud. You said you did all that for your kids? We got a copy of your video. Moving on to bigger and better things. Just state will be used into a court, by the way. We haven't moved on anything bigger and better at all. Now, we have somebody saying, well, you're just sitting there rambling. Rambling about what? That's a new technology sitting over there. That technology is going to make a lot of money. It's called a green screen. Got another version of it coming out. A darker green. Same color as the Philadelphia Eagles. That was just made today. That technology was made today. It can operate fluid environments, it can pull amazing images, and it's green. Watch this. This is why I get to have a little fun with it. It's got a white piece of paper. Oh, hold on for a minute. No, white paper, I need white paper. I'll give you something to fire it out. Oh, I forgot. We gotta store your phone numbers that you're contacting our company. Yeah, all this stuff is logged in. I told you, you got evidence on you guys. Yeah, you're done. I mean, that was not funny. Phone numbers, all these numbers were traced. I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to see a lot of crying and begging in court. I am going to see a lot of crying and begging. Plea deals. Begging for plea deals. We don't get plea deals in court. When I showed the judge, and many times I made YouTube videos telling you to back it down, and you kept on going, you get what you deserve. Ooh, don't turn off. I need this on. I got to download the game over there. Let me see. I'm going to check on something real quick on our green screen. Oh. Yeah, if we're delusional, let's sign the papers. Let's go to court. I don't want to hear no ifs, ands, or buts. Sign it. That's all you got to do. Just sign on the dotted line I see in court. That's it. The reason why, because the reason why you return my money, and the reason why you can't put that money back on my banking account, because you know at the end of the day what will happen to your product if we get our hands on it. The other one sitting there screaming in his apartment. You aren't supposed to do that. You know that, right? You can't advertise or do any type of business in the unit that you're in. I got multiple demonstrations showing you doing business in that apartment, advertising a product, which you are not supposed to do. And those documents will be sent over first thing Monday morning with the docket number that I got from the Allentown Police Department, showing that we had to file criminal charges for cyber stalking our company, including the multiple emails we'll send them over to, backing up, showing your name and your Xfinity IP address attached to it, which is linked to the building you're in right now. See, we got enough evidence, Mr. Williams, to have you convicted from the building. We got enough evidence, and convicted from enough evidence to sue your building at the end of the day for your actions. But that's not what I'm going for. That's done already. That's already being taken care of. That process is already started. My next stage is lawsuit and jail time. Because you're going to get 20 years for this mess. That's my next stage. You don't have $250,000 to pay me. You don't have $50,000 to pay me. You don't have $10,000 to pay me. You can even pay me $5,000. But we're still going to hit you with a lawsuit anyway. Let me see. White sheet of paper? Might as well. I got a nerd to write on some YouTube channel talking about nothing's happened. Oh, all right. Contact them. Go talk to them. Go to the leasing office and have a conversation with them. They know who you are. They got your letters. They also know when the police get down there, we contact on Monday morning, get that taken care of once I get all the rest of my information back. They're going to know when they come down there, because we're going to file the complaint. It's on the docket number. Everything's filed on our end. And let them know, and they're going to contact the building. Oh, yeah. Mr. Daryl Franklin Williams was contacted by us, and they're going to say, yes, we've had a conversation with him too, and he sent a substantial amount of evidence showing that you were basically stalking us by sending all these weird letters to different addresses. And mind you, my family's getting involved because you sent letters out to them too. They want jail time from you too. I told you, the time that you spent on that e-bike driving all over Baltimore, riding all over the place, that's going to come to an end. That's going to be taken away now. You're going to spend your time, the rest of your life, in a holding facility in jail. What did the woman say to you when you contacted her in the low rises? She said, cut it out or you're going to jail. Mr. Williams, you are now going to be going to jail because we're going to file charges against you for harassing our company, for harassing people in the building, for harassing people, my family members, for impersonating a minister because you contacted our company from first hit. Got the emails right there. What's your name? Everything on them. Saying that you were a minister. And that carries a 7-year prison sentence, by the way. On top of that, once they go through your PayPal account, and you don't, they make a difference if you delete it or not. You can't delete actual PayPal, that you can actually go in there, override their system to go through firewalls and some whatever, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, they have your records on their side. So they'll show anybody who sent you money, they're going to have that transaction right from there. Anyone who went in the Cash App and sent you money, it's going to go right from there. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble for that, buddy, because you can't do that. You can't fake being a minister. That's like me faking being a doctor, or me faking being a lawyer, or even worse, faking to be a police officer. You got plenty of people riding around the road with fake cars and fake badges, pulling people over. And that's the reason why these laws are in place. So we have people that claim to be from the church so they can get discounts, so they can get special benefits because they claim that they're a preacher and they're not. And even worse, you're taking money from people. So when they asked us, how do we know? Well, how do we come to the conclusion that he's not a minister? We have over roughly, I think, 200 emails from him claiming to be a minister. We have it on his Facebook page. We have it on his YouTube channel. We even in his Cash App, he puts him down as Reverend with a money symbol. Oh, I cannot wait to meet you. The difference is, Mr. Williams, is when people like me, when you meet people like me, that means your life is over. That's what it means. That means that we have gathered up enough substantial evidence to pretty much destroy your life. It means at the end of the day that if you walk into a courtroom with me, you're guaranteed you're going to get jail time with this, and we're going to sue the daylights out of you. Let me explain something to you, Mr. Williams. I've been to court quite a few times. I've sued a lot of people down through time of touching my stuff without permission. I know the system extremely well. I know all the documents and everything to fill out and how to get the job done. So trust me, you're walking in there with a paper junkie. I love freaking doing paperwork. I love it. So I followed everything with the magistrate to get everything settled, to get everything ready, to get you into a courtroom. Now, right now, your building right now itself, because they're well aware of our presence and who we are, left all my information to contact me anytime I want. So that way we can show our lawyer on our end that we did reach out to them. We did contact them multiple times. We contacted the Baltimore police. All this has been filed. They're quite aware that we've been an outreach to your building. And they've been very nice about it, very polite to get this taken care of for us, to get you in front of a judge with, I guess, an attorney they have for the building to start the process of having you evicted from the unit. Now, if they fail to do so and this doesn't happen, we can open a lawsuit against them. They don't want that. Trust me. And Mr. Fernando, at the end of the day, your landlord, if he even makes a statement by saying that, hey, well, I don't know, you got a problem, buddy. This company for his LLC is sitting on top of your building, which means any lawsuits that we slam Fernando with, the landlord's going to get that too. He's going to contact you right away. He's going to want to know who we are and what we're about. Don't worry, we'll make sure he has all the information to reach me as fast as he can. And this time to be the real one. I'm going to let him know also too that we also have a documented invoice recording that you got somebody to fake as your landlord. See, Miss Jamie, the minute that we got that fake landlord to contact us, that let me know from the door that you can't let the real one know. Because if the real one finds out, he's going to boot you out of that building. And since you are documented and it's very, well, no, there isn't any places now. Since they've been doing what they're doing now, there is no places for you to go. There is no place for you to go, period. You need documentation to rent. You have to have it. Social security number, all that stuff. You need all that stuff. You don't have a social security number. That's why certain places will let you in without that paperwork, without those documents. That's why you've been in that building for so long. Keep in mind, Fernando, I have friends of mine that are Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans, okay? So I know that they find a place that doesn't ask a lot of questions, they're going to stay there. If I haven't figured it out, I'm pretty sure a lot of people figured it out already. But the part that you got twisted at the end of the day is you wanted to make it about race, and this is where you're being sued for, because I'm suing you for that. And you think it's about race. It isn't about race, Ms. Fernando. You broke the law. That's what you did. And we'll go through any means necessary to dig up whatever we got to dig up on you to get you in front of a judge, because that's what it comes down to. We couldn't care less what color you are at the end of the day. You broke the law against my company. You broke the law when you attacked my family. You broke the law when you touched my copyrights. So whatever it takes, whoever we got to contact, we're going to dig the earth up on you and get you in front of that judge as fast as we possibly can. Even if I have to go through immigration itself to get you, I'm going to get you. And this ain't about revenge, ain't about hatred. You broke the law. Be a man. Face your time. Don't be a coward about it. Be a man. I did. I did 8 years and 9 months. I did it. Be a man. If you're going to go out there and do dumb stuff at the end of the day, you have to face the consequences that come with it. And your get out of jail free card or whatever you thought that nonsense was going to be ain't happening. So now all the dumb stuff you did, you're going to pay for it now. Any new stuff you're doing, you're going to pay for it. You can't go back across the border. That's virtually impossible. You cross over that line, they're going to stop you right from the door and ask for your documents. And you don't have those documents. They have to contain you. And they have to go search through to see if you have committed any crimes. Heck, people can murder somebody and then go right back over. I could go to another country, say I murdered somebody over there, and I'm thinking I'm just going to sneak across the border and get back over here. No. They're going to stop me. They're going to go through everything. They'll do a background check. Oh, shoot, this guy's wanted for murder. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to hold me. That's what's going to happen. So you can't cross that line. Because we have that document right here behind us. So you're stuck. And this is good. Because now we got you in a situation where you can't go from left to right. Touching my copyrights at the end of the day. You've lost your freaking mind. Touching my copyrights. Got a nerve to sit there and Show off my copyrights. We're in a live stream. I'll do what I want to do. Take what I want to do. I bet you're regretting that decision now, aren't you? Smug and nasty. You're a nasty individual. Showing off my copyrights. I'll do what I want to do with their mind. They belong to me. Oh, good, yeah. I can't wait to get you in front of a judge. This is going to cost you time and money. Money doesn't mean jack. Money comes and goes. Time is a different story. You don't get time back. You can get money back. You can't get time back. When time leaves, it goes. You can't ever get it back. And time is precious. It's more precious than money. It's way more precious than money. And you got lost all your time on this planet. You have. Now, whatever God decides what he's going to do, that's between you and God at the end of the day. But I was told to go forth, and I'm doing what the Lord tells me to do. Go forth, and that's what I'm doing. We've gathered up all this information, all this evidence against you. You're going to face what you're going to face. And finding out now that you don't have those documents in the day, you're not going anywhere. You're not even going back to Mexico. I'm going to make sure that you can't go back to your country. You will stay here and stand your trial. That's where you stay here. You're going to stay here. Our plans is to keep you in this country and keep you in jail. That's our plans. So I think he got it in his head that he's being deported. No. We're going to make that. That's why I wrote all that stuff in that document. We made it crystal clear to them that you violated some very serious documents over here. We need you to stay here for whatever long it takes. I will show up to every single court hearing. Every single one. I will be there. I don't care where they have it at. I'll fly there if I got to. I get my day in court with you now. And don't sit there and cry on his YouTube channel. Oh, it's about, grow up, man. You did the dumb stuff at the end. One thing I can't stand more than anything in the world is a man who does dumb stuff and will not face the responsibility of basically handling the consequences and laying in the bed in which he made. I can't stand people who cry. Karens who do the dumbest things you could possibly think of, and then it's everybody's fault. Time caught up with you. I'm pretty sure you've done stuff to other people besides me. Time caught up with you. I bet you wish. One of the things you're going to wish the most, Mr. Fernando, when you're sitting in that holding cell and life is passing you by, when time is passing you by, the one regret you're going to have, you're going to think about it every single day, is the day you first met me. I guarantee you it's going to play in your mind over and over again. You're going to wish that you never met me in that room. When you came to my room to request my ingredients for my products so you can rip me off and make these products and sell them anyway, you're going to regret the day you met me. Plays in your mind forever. Never goes away. You dream it, you think about it all day. It can cause one to go mad. Oh, what was mine? Walking through the front door. I never walked through the front door, ever. In any of the crimes I committed, I've never ever walked through a front door. I don't know why I even walked the front door. I don't know why. It was my time. It was my time. It was my calling. It was meant to happen. My life was already planned before me when I saw it. Well, if he does become a Christian, which I hope he does, but if he doesn't, he'll never understand it. See, I became a Christian. I understood it. I understood why I walked out the front door. I never walked. And how many accounts did I have? 137. I had 137 accounts against me, which means I was looking at anywhere between a minimum of 40 to a maximum of 80 years in jail. I know I did not kill anybody, thank God. Which I don't know how in the world that was not possible, but still, thank God it didn't happen. 137. And I was found guilty on mostly all of them. So yeah, I knew my life was over. But that one time, I went out the front door. I've never, ever went out the front door. I don't. It's just my time. When I walked out the door, there was, when I walked in, there was nobody out there. But when I walked out the front door, a person saw me. We locked eyes. He saw everything. And for some reason, like I didn't retaliate, I went home. It was like it was just meant to be. It was my time. So either the Lord saw it in a way where if he keeps on this road, someone's going to kill him, or he's going to kill someone else, and he's really going to be locked into something. Or I can basically stop this madness now, and that's what he did. He stopped that madness. I went through the front door, and I never forget that person when I locked eyes with him. Now, did I make phone calls? Because I have family that's very well connected. I could have easily made a phone call and made that disappear easily. Did I do that? No, I didn't do any of that at all, period. Usually that would have been something I would have made. I would have made a call to basically intimidate that person to shut him down. But I didn't make it. It's almost like I was not controlling my world. I sat down, I remember it happened on a Friday, and on Saturday I sat down with my dogs and I was watching TV, and I'll never forget, I got a knock at the door. I will never forget that as long as I live. And I saw all these people through my mother had these brown sheer curtains, and I saw a bunch of people on the porch. I can tell by their hats they were police officers. And I opened up the door. They said, "Are you Kenneth Bird?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I knew what was going to happen. Because like, there was no way around it. I could have left. I could have saw that person. I could have disappeared. I have plenty of family down south, and just boop, disappeared just like that. But no, for some reason, I just knew that this is the way it had to be. And my mother came downstairs, and she saw me in handcuffs. She said, "What's going on?" I said, "I did it, and I got to face it. It's just the way it's got to be." And they took me away. So I didn't run. I just knew it was my time. See, I was living with the guilt of the destruction I was causing, and I couldn't figure a way how to get out of the loop. I couldn't get out. It was an endless cycle of it. Couldn't get out of it. And I thought this was the way. This is the end for me. But it was a way of basically, in a way of feeling relieved that it was over. Now, you don't realize how bad it is until you sit in front of a judge and you start reading off all these charges. Like, oh my goodness. Like, you don't think about that kind of stuff. Like, all the stuff you've done, you've been charged with. You know, a whole lot of stuff. And then you're learning at the end of the day that you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. You're going to die in there. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting process. You will truly know yourself when you go through a process like that. All that fake stuff you tell yourself at the end of the day, the lies and stuff that you tell yourself to get through this and get through that, it doesn't exist in there. You're faced with reality. You can only be real with yourself. That's the only way it works. Gotta face it. That's what your gentlemen are about to go through. You're gonna face that reality. All this joking up and cutting up on YouTube and carrying on and acting like you're big and bad and all that stuff, you're about to realize what life is really all about. One of them's already been there already. You should know better. Mr. Williams. Reality. I'm gonna paper up here. It's gonna be interesting to be in court. Not being on the other side though. When you're in a system like that, you'll realize how frail life is, how fast it disappears, how precious it is. To think about all the things you used to do when you're out here. The food you used to eat, restaurants you would go to, people you see every single day. Simple things. Sitting on a bench and watching people run past, and even laying out in the grass and watching the sky move back and forth. Simple things is what hurts the most. Sit down and have a cold beer. I don't drink, but I know people do. The simple things of life. Those are the things that work the most. And you'll lose all that. Let's see how this looks in this paper. That's an interesting color. That's a really interesting color. There's a real strange color to it. I like it, but I want to change it. Now you may think at the end of the day that I'm enjoying this, you're going to jail. No, really. You messed your lives up really badly. Way worse than I did. I was young when I did it. So when they gave me the 10 years, I took it. That was a blessing. You get 10 years. Because at least I was counting on my time. Like, I'll be like, I'm at 26, 27. So I still got time to do something with my life, to get my life together. You guys are old. You don't have time at all. It's interesting. The more technology we advance to make, the angrier they come, the more crimes they commit, the farther we can throw them in jail. That's literally what you did. We develop all new technology. You guys rant, carry on, do dumb stuff, get caught, get busted. You were burying yourself. Like literally, it's almost like I was giving you a shovel and you were just burying yourself. Let's see how far you can go down. I mean, Jamie struck China. Remember the time you dig down and you reach China? I don't know if I did where that came from. You know, I tried it when I was a kid. It doesn't work. He was down there. Later on, can't use a shovel. You're going to use a bigger shovel because you commit bigger crimes. And that hole gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And then when all is done, you look around and you're in this deep hole and you're trying to get out. You know how hard it is to come up out of a hole with soft dirt? It's virtually impossible to come out. You fall into a grave, which is about 8 feet deep, and it's really hard to get out of there because the earth is soft. You'll bury yourself in. That's what you guys have done. Now the rest of them, well, Mr. Williams already has realized at the end of the day he messed up. Because I'm pretty sure he did contact. I'm pretty sure he made contact with them. And I'm pretty sure they made contact with him, letting him know. Because I'm going to contact Monday morning and get the name of the attorney and everything else we're going to need. Because if we don't get that information, and I don't see at the end of the day that this is being taken care of, we get a lawyer and we start getting the process of filing a lawsuit. That's why I went down and got the number for the report against them over here in Allentown, and that report is going to be sent over to Baltimore Police to begin following from over there. We're going to have an officer come over there and explain to the situation we're having, so they know that we mean business at the end of the day. But they've been nice about the whole entire thing. They could have blocked it, and which I'm glad they didn't, and they took all the information down, and I talked to the guy. They've been very nice to us. We've been in communication back and forth with them. Because I don't want to sue their community center. I really don't want to sue their building at the end of the day. We just want him taken care of. That's it. We don't think that people in the building should suffer because he's an idiot. We need to have him removed out of the building. That's it. Slow color changer. How the freak did I pick up on a bit of food? I'll fix it up. So we're just going to be, I'm so hungry. I got this chicken Alfredo, that's what it's called. Man, this is amazing. I love it. That's why I tell people in business, when people are doing dumb stuff around you, don't do what they do. Gather all the information, gather everything. Record stuff, emails, all that stuff, gather all that stuff up. Take them to court. That's what you do. Look at that. That's a green screen right there. That's one of the tests we have to do. Make sure it can pick up color, even though it's green. Now, if you want to say delusional, don't write it. Don't be a man about it. Don't write it. Let's go over in the courtroom. Let's have that conversation with the judge. Maybe it'll cost you $500,000. Oh, I forgot $1 million now. You have to. No, don't bother writing on the page. Just go in. Let's go to court. Be a man about it. Because when you write on the page, it tells you at the end of the day. It tells me at the end of the day, you're a coward. And I basically just delete you and block you and move on. Be a man. Let's go to court over it. Since this is fake at the end of the day. And I'll take $1 million out of your banking account. Because you don't have it. We know that from the door. Anybody. We just take it out of your account. And if we catch you doing any demonstrations, claiming to have our products, fake receipts, all that dumb nonsense, then we'll get somebody, we're going to hire a private investigator, and he'll locate your location, and we go from there. Get a nice little letter, black envelope, pop up, and they'll let you know you're being sued for a ton of money. So, with the way things are going in this economy, the way things are expensive, you think you can handle a lawsuit right now? No. And here's the thing with these lawsuits. They destroy everything. Your wife finds out about this, girlfriend, whatever, kids, whatever. You inflict that nonsense onto them. You got to think about that. Be a man at the end of the day. Be a real man. Don't be a child. These guys were kids. They got on here. They did dumb stuff. They carried on. They didn't think about their family members. This inflicts on them, too, on top of that. A real man at the end of the day is a person who basically puts his family first. That's a man. A man who throws his family under a bus is not a man. That's a child. That's what Jamie did. Threw his family under a bus. That's what McAfee did. McAfee threw his family under a bus too. Oh, my goodness. I don't think that one got any family. He said he was going to try to eat no family. He's in there by himself. We know that from the door. He's in that place by himself. Ah, look at that. That's crazy. All right, let's just those white levels. It goes on up there. Well, it's two birds with one stone. Might as well. Let's see. There we go. There's our white levels. At 5%. This is going to be getting a crazy upgrade to it. So I'm going to build me a website called Simple Justice. And Simple Justice is going to be about every person we take to court, we file a lawsuit in it, you're going to be posted to that site so everybody can read about what happened in that courtroom and how we cleaned your clock in there. Now, you know how, at the end of the day, when I put my mind to something, we push, right, till we get it done, like the blacklist, like the black versus black demonstrations, what they challenged us to do, which we did anyway. We did the black versus black. I did so many of those. We take all that energy, point it in their direction, now do gray versus gray, like us. And they won't do it. So I'm going to make it my thing this summer for two things. Pushing our company anywhere it needs to go at. And the next stage is anybody who wants to come against my company. I don't care how big a corporation you are, how small you're in the day, but you want to challenge me in a courtroom, let's go. But I guarantee you, it's going to cost you a lot of money in the process. And I'm going to make sure you're plastered everywhere. So everybody can know at the end of the day how you challenged us and how you lost in court. And I can't back my product at the end of the day. You have lost your mind. Now, to the individuals who canceled out and gave us back our money, don't you wish you could have this kind of confidence in your product? See the difference between me and you? See how you came to my site? See how I came to you and bought your products and you put every single dime back into my account, including pay PayPal back money too on top of that. Do you see the embarrassment of canceling an entire state of Pennsylvania? 12 million people for one person? And that the fact that anyone can say my name, my company's name, and you can't sell them the product? Yeah, trolls tested them on that one too. They went and used my name, which I don't mind, I don't care, and went there and said they're selling it to me when they weren't, and giving it to you because they weren't, and you couldn't sell them the product. But he posted on his site that he was being harassed. You're being harassed. You canceled out. Mr. Fernando, we got a nice letter from you telling us to buy whatever we want. Doesn't make a difference. I bought your stuff into your eBay account. I got so many unboxes on your product, it's not even funny. And I've tested on just about everything to think of. It doesn't work. But keep in mind, we entertained your email, right? Buy whatever I want, right? What did I do? Did I buy whatever I wanted? I did. And what happened? You cried on every single receipt. You cried. They're posted everywhere so people can see them. Now you can shut down your website. I think its Facebook page is down too. Yeah. Okay. Oh, paper got tired and left. Like, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. Anyway, we passed it anyway. I got it darkened anyway to get done today. Well, gentlemen, that's pretty much it. I got 3 more of these screens to develop, 2 of them to upgrade on top of that. 15% is going to become 50% pretty soon, and that's going to be an absolute nightmare for just about any screen that thing touches. I've already got about to be contracted pretty soon. I got major doors opening up for my technology on every level you could possibly think of. We're going to be at expo shows, trade shows, you name it. My technology is going to be there. And since it's the only one of its kind, it is going to make a lot of money. Of course, money that I need to help other people out. Just think about it. If you were nice to me and you basically treated me with the respect that I deserve, just think what I could have did for you. I'm going to be connected everywhere, which means I'm going to have all kinds of heavy connections in home theater. I plan to plaster this stuff everywhere. Just like we have our videos all over YouTube, we're going to plaster everywhere. I got a marketing team coming in to advertise us on radio and TV. I'm going to be plastered everywhere. So with that being said, just think about the opportunities that I could have helped you out with. Instead, I'm going to mention you every single time we go to any interview, anything whatsoever, and anybody else. I'm basically stating that on how badly these people were jealous over our technology, that they committed crimes that we're literally right now still going to court and prosecuting these individuals. Good luck with the whole blackball thing. Well, you could get yourself out of that situation. Just hire a lawyer and sue me and say at the end of the day that everything I said about you is false. The only problem is that the evidence we have against you, we're using against you in court to prosecute you. Oh well. Let's see what else this thing does. Let me see. We've done this with this and that. I need a crazy screen, like a real crazy. Well, we have a crazy screen. We got multiple screens of that right there. We got multiple screens of that. We got a gamer screen, which should be very going to be developing pretty soon. Okay. I need something different. I've been testing color screens. I want something different. I mean, I'm happy with the color technology we have here, but I definitely want something different. So what's the difference between the color screen and the other screen side by side? I'm going to take a look at that real quick. Well, that's crazy. That is the green and the brown screen. The Jaded, that's the Jade technology, and the hazel side by side. Huh. White screen. I call you baby. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Jade screen goes a higher white level, but still, it's green. Interesting. 4K snow screensavers. Just working a few minutes ago. 4K snow screensavers. All right, gentlemen. You see when I transfer off and I go into another world, that means I'm done with you. I discard you. I'm moving on. I got things to do. Right now, my brain just went someplace else, which I'm curious to see side by side. Someone asked me today, they were like in a forum, say like, what's the difference between the Jade and the hazel? And I'm looking at it like, I really can't tell. Those are two different color screens right there. That is crazy. What in the freaking snowflakes? Hold on for a minute. See, two different screens. They're pulling the same white level. Oh my goodness. Do you know what that means at the end of the day? If we got a screen that pulls up the same white color, I wonder. That means we can color anything we want. Because we can read a white level regardless of that surface. Bum, bum, bum. Because usually, sometimes it's a little off here and there because of the different screens and shape, but it's interesting. different colors right there. Yes! Yes, sirree, baby. Yes, sirree. Wow. Well, that's different. All right, we got to come up with more colors. We got to do more testing on this. When we're up, this won't be launching anytime soon. We got to figure it out, baby. Let me see for a minute. I'm going to see for a minute. Let me see. Give me, let me see. Slow color changer. No, I need slow color. Slow color changer. Not flow color changer. Snow color changer. Snow color. Got me doing it now. Slow color changer. No, don't wait until I get basically near the breaking point of this. See, now it basically picks that up. I'll be a jerk, AI. Slow color changer. Can't stand things to get in the way of progress. Really? What did you give me? I said not flow. Slow. Slow color changer. Jawad. What's you looking for today? Slow color changer. Can't stand when things get in the way of my progress. I got things to do. It's dumb nonsense giving me everything I could possibly think of. I need that. Where are we at on this one? We're on this one. Give me that. What I asked for. I can imagine me having AI, boy. I'd be arguing with it every day. I said so and so and so. My goodness. Slow color changer. It's the only thing that frustrates me. When I got something I got to do and it probably something gets stuck and I can't get what I got to do, that's what frustrates me. I guess these guys at the end of the day, I don't know how that would work. At the end of the day, we don't know about how they're supposed to frustrate me. We don't know how that works at all, period. My brain doesn't function on that level. See right there, look at that. Now the haters are even more upset, like, oh my goodness, how is he doing that? It's two different color screens. They're pulling up almost under the same color, which is interesting. We're doing this in a fully lit environment. I was curious what would happen if we basically had two different color screens. What would be the difference in the color? Okay, I see right there. We see right there, two different colors there. That's what we need to see. Nope, and there's the blend right there. It's just not doing anything. It's not changing. It's the same thing. This is freaking sick. So how many different colors can we actually do that basically won't be affected by any different colors? The fact that the color of the screen itself, that's insane. You understand the breakthrough we got here. We can market color the screen anything. Well, first, before we go down the road, we got to get the crazier colors. So the crazier colors do have some effect to them, but still, at the end of the day, at a 5% technology, and the fact that we're going to be changing them anyway, will still have the same reaction. But still, the lighter versions actually do that, which is actually quite shocking because it's two different colored screens. That's like if you take a gray screen next to a black screen, you know there's going to be a different reaction between the two, or a white screen versus a gray screen, different reaction. We got two screens with two different colors, are not even traditional of the screen itself, and it's actually doing that. Man, I'm telling you, this new level of technology that God gave us is absolutely mind-boggling, and what it does at the end of the day is absolutely insane. Look, naysayers get angry over that. They get bitter over that. Y'all really want to play with us at the end of the day? I don't think y'all do. Man. My goodness. I can't believe I'm actually seeing this. They picked up the same white logo as the other one. He had the two different colors. Two different colors. You know the interesting thing about it? Because we're in a really high, bright environment, that's what happened when it came to one of the gunmetal screens we're engineering. We did this a gunmetal screen, and for some reason, Fernando got the idea of basically trying to make the same product we had. That's what we got caught with the whole post office mail fraud nonsense, because he changed the color of the product at the last minute, and he called himself making the product darker, trying to match your gunmetal technology. But the thing about it is, when our gunmetal technology is sitting in very, very well lit environments, the screens come up looking lighter because there's a lot of light making contact with the screen. Which when we show the technology next to our technology in normal lighting, yeah, it's much darker. I'm fascinated by this. It's in purple. Oh my goodness. So I guess we're just going to go by the color of the screen. Maybe, well, we haven't yet. We get to see the contrast of the first, but so far with the color, it's blending with the color. Okay, I want to see this for a minute real quick. I'm gonna run this over here. Let me get Starfield screensaver. Has to be changed. Your contrast definitely shows this show change. This does show change. Let me see. The contrast will definitely show change. Let me get this right here. So you can see right here. So we have two different forms of contrast here. And why, like I said, screens are going to be darker than this. This is the first stage of our technology. Interesting. That is actually crazy. What do you got for time here? All right, not bad. Let me see. Let's see. TLC 4K demonstration. That is pretty interesting. So basically, they blend. That is pretty cool. The contrast shade difference, but the white levels and color levels all pull the same. Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. So color levels all blend. White levels blend. Contrast only shows by slight different shades depending on how dark the product is or how basically the color of the product, but it still can blend it. That's freaking interesting. It's different from the exotics. Exotics didn't do this. I say this is the reason why when we have this conversation, that's why I'm doing positive things. Well, actually talking about that too, the negative nonsense they do. But gentlemen, as you can see, I'm actually researching my technology. That's a new screen we just had today. And while I'm having this conversation about your demise, I'm showing off our new technology at the same time. Which now I just figured out something which I didn't know this thing even could do. Because the exotics never did this. This screen can blend. They can blend each other. Even though they're different colors, the contrast comes off different shades depending on the color of the screen. But the color levels blend. And then when contrast is actually introduced as in like this, so you have contrast basically blended into with the colors, you can't tell one from the other. Which is interesting. Now we got to test the rest of the colors. I can see how that looks. What we got left? We're going to do rose gold, and then we got that blue technology. Look at that. They're two different screens. They're gonna be mad about it. Like, oh my goodness, you mean to tell me when he was in the middle of the demonstration talking about how he's gonna crush us in court, then he came up and figured out something about the screen he didn't even know about that even makes the screen even more insane? Yeah, we just did. Jim just did. All right, I got to get recordings on this. We definitely got to be showing this off tomorrow. This is definitely going to be showing this off tomorrow. Definitely. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Definitely going to be showing that off tomorrow. About the screen showing two different colors. Two different colors. It actually came up looking like that. I am freaking blown away. Blown away. I'm blown away by it. I'm blown away by it. I am. I'm blown away by it. I'm out of here, people. I got more information. It's funny, in this demonstration, I got more information about this new technology now. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. I'm blown away. All right. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing side-by-side demonstrations. I'm still going to do white levels at 1,000 lumens. We definitely have to do that. Taco, we got to cool this area down a little bit. It's too hot in here. The projector we burned in here, way too much heat. All right, we'll get you over here, Fuzzy Bear. It's a Fuzzy Bear. For a minute, I got to cool it down for a little bit, okay? Put it back. Ooh, man. So that thing right there, that projector right there, accumulates a lot of heat. There's like two projectors I want to get my hands on that'll be fantastic for what we need to do, because I definitely want to do away with these big boy projectors altogether. They generate a ton of heat, and I'm looking at that it's gonna take a while to get here too. That projector's gonna take forever to get here. I'm looking at that another QME, definitely want to get that, and there's two Sony ultra short those that I need, that I want to get my hands on. So that's gonna be definitely fantastic to have right there. So fun, some of that cool. This is where I go. Thank you for your time. I gotta go and go.